Hey everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar, and welcome back once again to Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. The day has finally arrived. Dark Falls, or as I like to call them for the time being, Dolls Falls, because that is not a Dark Falls. They are about to attack here. And so we've got ourselves a major mission coming up here in just a couple of minutes here. Let's go ahead and start heading over towards where the actual mission point is going to be. It's going to be up over on the cliff over there, it looks like. Now, I'm expecting a couple of things out of this fight. I'm expecting there to be at least some of the attacks that we saw from back in the footage when this was originally shown off. But I'm also expecting there to maybe be a few places where we can potentially avoid some damage, and I'm hoping to find some of those in this fight here. Again, I'm not exactly sure of everything that we're going to be seeing here, but I at least have a few ideas. Yeah, this should be popping up within the next minute at this point here. But basically, when I logged on, and unfortunately, this is something that doesn't really work well for streamers, is the fact that there's always a cutscene as soon as you log in, and there's no way to replay that. But basically, the emergency announcement went out to the town, and so now everybody is preparing for Dark Falls to appear here. And yeah, basically, they're setting up the cannon to fire, which is basically that tower there.
Confirmed. We need you to divert its attention until the central cannon is fully charged. We're counting on you.
Right, so we are diverting its attention for the time being then, it looks like. And we've got a nice staging area here, it looks like, but I'm expecting this is not where the fight is going to be taking place.
Hey, where are you right now?
Dark Falls arrival confirmed. We need you to divert its attention until the central cannon is fully charged. We're counting on you.
I'll send you my coordinates now. So
Turn that up here. That way we can hear their voices a little bit better.
Detecting a large energy reading from the sky. A powerful enemy is coming.
But yeah,
Dark Falls.
this should be fun, and this should be really the start of,
The cannon is ready. Please, do your best to slow it down.
this should really be the start of where things really start to pick up for this game. It was actually quite similar in PSO2 as well. And here we go. Oh, and that's a shame. We already lost 2 players here. You know what? I actually want to reset this here then. Let's get out of here, because that just means we're going to take longer and longer to get this done here.
Please.
My apologies that I have to do this here, but that's just unfortunate that 2 players dropped out immediately there. Let's go ahead and try this again here. Frankly, I wish I had seen that before we'd actually teleported in. All right, there we go. We're 8 out of 8. Let's hope nobody drops out this time here. But yeah, Dark Falls, I guess, really what they do is they kind of show up, a little bit into the, into this waiting period here, because I don't remember seeing them initially there, so.
Detecting a large energy reading from the sky. A powerful enemy is coming.
Yep, there it is.
It's Dark Falls.
It'll take a little more time before the cannon is ready. Please, do your best to slow it down.
Yep, so once again, Dolls Falls. I got nothing else to say. Let's just get in there. Alright, here we go.
Can any arcs to this room? If we're safe, fly. Tell me what's going on inside. Please.
Ooh, that came out quick. Okay, this seems like a safe spot here. If I could stop running to the left there. What was causing that? I just adjusted the volume a little bit there. They're spinning around the platform. It's not an unusual thing to see a Dark Falz do that, historically in the series. But this Falz form definitely does seem very Elder-like. They're coming up from the ground here. Still trying to figure out which attacks are blockable and which ones aren't. Alright, that's definitely blockable. Alright, so that's also blockable. Part of it is I just simply haven't learned the timing yet. Okay, you can block that as well. Okay. Oh, I think we just got it down. What is this, a light base down? Okay, how about this for that wide attack? Alright, so yeah, we can definitely avoid the giant ball attack just by going to the sides. But I'm wondering about the laser attack that comes from all the claws. Alright, that's another down. And we might be going right into a break here. Not quite. There's the break. Alright, they've gone red, or fruit punch. Time to see what this attack is. Ooh, it's lasers. Lasers that move. I guess I could just hang in the air like this. Ooh. Managed to get the timing on that one on the first try. I'm starting to wonder how long he was going to stay up there for. You know, that attack actually seems something like what Olga Flo used to use. Olga Flo being from Episode 2 of Phantasy Star Online, the original. Alright, lasers. Okay, so when he does both arms, you actually can get inside. I'm gonna try a single, all 6 arms, rather. I do want to try that again with just one side of his arms. Alright, here come those lasers again. Oh, and you can't just hang up there. Or maybe you can and I just got unlucky. Sure about the timing for blocking on that one. The fact that they explode after the fact might make it unblockable, potentially. He's gone on there again. Oh, and I think they lost one of their arms, actually. And there's another. With the down. Yeah, I'm really trying to understand their attack pattern before I really go full on out with my attack itself. Alright, they're backing off. Oh, this looks like a DPS check. Let's get the rest out. We're good. Alright, HP bar is empty, so I guess we're trying to get to the break point. Oh, hello, HP bar.
The signal's been restored. Checking its vitals. I can monitor your steps now, too.
Alright, we got a break.
Weaker than when it first appeared. You're really making progress.
Oh, can't hit the head yet.
Continue your attack.
Alright, then where's the weak point? Maybe we need to go for the arms. I'm guessing the name of this song is Meteor. I will also note that I am getting some pretty severe frame drops here. Now that the HP bar refilled like that, that actually makes me really excited for potentially bosses that have 4 or even 5 HP bars in the future. Interesting that he's just kind of flopping around like this. I am a little disappointed, though, that the resources aren't, like, limited here. That you do eventually get more rest assigned. Maybe there will be a hard mode eventually. Just listening to some of the lyrics in this song, it does seem to be from the perspective of the Meteor. Alright, we got a break. I feel like we should actually be going for the rest of the arms here at this point. Alright, that breaks that one then. Anything left on this side? Nothing I can see. Okay, so...
Dark Falz is even weaker now. We can do this.
Alright, so now the head is vulnerable.
The central cannon preparation is now in the final stage. Hang in there just a little longer.
Just kind of looking at the design of the doll, I guess they're kind of going for the same look that you had back during Algol, where you had these kind of pipes going into its head. But it's still not exactly the same as that, either. We got it down. And there's another break. Alright, is that gonna be it? Yep, looks like that's it. Those did not like me flying through the air like that.
Photon generators units 1 through 6 are now stabilized. The PCU is also fully charged. Ready to fire!
Fire!
Yeah!
That didn't work. It put up a shield. We're gonna have to hit it from both sides.
It didn't
And
work. Next time, for sure.
And it ran away. Well, that's disappointing. Yep, and as you saw there, I actually did come up with a title for myself. Based on what I've said previously in my theories, I am calling myself a Dolls fan Meteor. Anyway, it looks like I got a new armor piece here. I haven't seen that one before. What exactly is it? Looks like it is a ranged piece. Comes with some HP and photon points, as well as 2% range damage. So maybe there's a technique and melee-based version of that as well. Got a bunch of capsules, and then just some regular fodder for the for cashing out. All right. And there is the cannon that apparently failed us here. Oh, we got another cutscene apparently.
We all made it through.
Thank goodness! I wasn't sure what was going to happen for a moment there.
Yes, we're all truly lucky.
I'm glad you are all safe as well.
Crawford?
I'm just sorry Central Cannon didn't finish it off completely. I take responsibility. My apologies. I must hurry and devise our next plan. I'll contact you later. I need you to rest up until then. Thank you for protecting Central City, for protecting Alpha.
Yeah, so disappointing, but to be honest, not entirely unexpected here. There was obviously going to be more for that Doll's Falls eventually, especially if you were around during the time of when the beta tests were taking place. I just want to point this out real quick here. During the beta tests, somebody managed to make their way down to here, and when nobody had access to this room, and looking back at the footage recently, I realized that this screen was cracked. So, at some point, this room is probably going to get attacked by dolls, or something else is going to cause damage here. So, it's not completely unexpected that this happened, but that's kind of like a little thing that I knew kind of before going into this here. Just by going back through the old footage of everything. I keep finding little things like that just kind of really point to potentially something bigger going on. As you can see, the screen over here actually is displaying a little bit of a special thing here. But there's actually one other thing I want to point out here, and this is also going to go into the upcoming secrets video. But I figure let me bring it up now here. It's not conclusive, but it's close enough that it could actually explain some of the other things in terms of why there are so many differences between now and kind of what the future of everything is. in relationship to the Algol series, that being, if I am, in fact, correct, that PSO2 and PSO2 New Genesis are prequels to the original Algol series. I'm going to bring this up here. Give me a moment here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. There we go. So, let's see. That away.
Dark Falls retreat confirmed. Your efforts are appreciated.
One moment. Okay. Alright. Let me push this over here. And I hope this shows up correctly. Yep, here we go. So, what you're looking at here is one of the boss enemies from Phantasy Star: The End of the Millennium. This guy is known as Vars. And as you can see, he is actually very, very similar in design to the dolls. Although, granted, some of himself is spilling out. But at the same time, he also is basically wearing a harness with a central core there. So it's very interesting to come across something like that as I'm reviewing things and just seeing kind of, you know, in the future of all this, if things really are headed to the point where the dolls are going to become friendly with the Arcs in the future, that being with my theory being that they are the 5th Arcs race to begin with, and they've just gone crazy due to some sort of situation, whether that be a mother brain or something else is going on. This, if they really are headed in that direction, this is kind of one of the points that I kind of have to point out here. There's even a couple more in here. We got Rephase over here, which, yeah, once again, kind of seems very similar to kind of the flying ones, although this one doesn't really necessarily have any of the tentacle arms. Saw Luz here is a little bit different than what we've seen so far. We really haven't seen any of them really focused on technique usage. So that might be something that we'll have to see in the future. But yeah, just a lot of stuff that I keep coming across that just keeps piquing my interest about the lore of this game and where it's really headed. Anyway, that over, let's kind of take stock of where everything is here. So, at this point, I'm at 1994 for my battle power here. I've got my relic weapon up to plus 50. I did finally replace that 4-star armor I was using with a Vigif armor. So that's kind of where I am right now. I'm still working towards getting more of the things that unlock the item enhancement limit up to level 50. And the other thing that's going to help us today, even though I'm expecting this to be a shorter stream, we do have Vanford Labs rank 3 available to us. So let's just spend a little while in there to kind of finish things up here today. Let's see if I can find a busier room. We got a 7 over here. Perfect.
PSE burst.
And it sounds like this room has already burst in here. But I think they're already onto the boss phase. So let's see if we can get over there. Nope. Not quite in time. Oh well. Got enemies on the other side of the wall here. Looks like we got another trial up. And this is the vehicle protection one. Got an altar here that just can't get up.
This is an emergency transmission.
Trial start.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I can hop into a thing for a little bit here. Makes sense. You get all those boosts now. While we're in here, let me go ahead and set that task. That way I can kind of know my progress towards that one. That is one of the ones that gives you weekly Meseta.
Enemy presence eliminated. Good work.
Now, I am kind of disappointed that Dark Falz didn't give out any of the Strogments. That would have been really nice to see that happen. Granted, I don't mind getting the armor piece either here. Now, if I remember correctly, while we're headed over to the next destination here, there was a title for defeating Dark Falz. Let's see, where is that? Boss enemies, and then... Yeah, so I've completed the first one. There is a second one for defeating 30 Dark Falz. So that is going to take a lot of urgent quests. And I kind of wonder how long they're going to keep that Falz urgent quest running for. I mean, obviously they're going to have to keep it running at least until the next story segment happens, but is that going to keep running after that? Because that was actually something that happened back in base PSO2, where eventually urgent quests, certain urgent quests would just simply no longer run. And they did not appear again until either there was some sort of story event that kind of brought it back into relevance, or they became available with a higher difficulty. For example, with the original Dark Falz Elder fight, I believe that released only with normal hard and very hard, and then eventually super hard was released after that. And then you had your extra hard and ultra hard. But then again, that was several years after, and one of the things that they did kind of in between was they released a version where you would fight Dark Falz Elder and Dark Falz Loser back to back. That being how it was on the Japanese version. It was a bit different on Global because they kind of pushed all that content out all at the same time across the 1 year. And plus, you were basically able to get triggers for almost every urgent quest available. That didn't mean Global got access to every single urgent quest. There were certain collab-based ones that Global never got access to, such as the Odin one for the Final Fantasy XIV crossover. And then there was also the Dengeki urgent quests, which were more point-based.
Trial start. Success.
Now, something else I did notice about Dark Falls there, or Dolls Falls, is, and this was kind of surprising to me, but it was the fact that they actually were weak to the light element. And that kind of surprised me in the fact that, really, that was the first enemy that we run across, whether it be Dolls or Alter or anything like that, that was weak to light.
Burst.
Oh, we got a PC burst.
Success.
And yet, despite that, we've got dolls out here that are weak to ice and Aleo. You've got bosses in Aleo that are weak to lightning that are dolls. And then in Retem, you've got dolls that are weak to, out in the normal field, weak to wind, and in boss fights, weak to the dark element. And so I'm kind of wondering, what is it that's changing these, what's changing their element? And once again, that kind of goes into a deeper discussion about the dolls, particularly in about kind of how they're designed, and really that, knowing what we know now, the dolls themselves, the dolls material is not kind of where the brains or the life of the doll is, I guess, to put it a weird way, I guess. But rather, it's sort of the harness and the core
climax.
that houses sort of the doll's self and its memories and everything like that. I'm not 100% certain on that. Right now, my thinking is the core is kind of where the self is, and the harness is kind of what makes the shape of the doll. But it comes down to the question, is that simply programming? And if that's the case, what is it that's programming these dolls in the first place? And once again, a kind of a higher topic that needs to be discussed. And then, of course, you know, in that Dark Falls fight, or Dolls Falls, nowhere inside there did we see Gorora. Now, I don't know if that means that we were sectioned off into a different section of it, or if that really means that Gorora is actually gone. That was kind of the one question that was sort of leading up into the fight. Were we going to see Gorora anywhere? Was there going to be something where we needed to go inside of Dark Falls before the actual boss fight even happened to rescue him? But apparently that is not the case. So I'm really not sure what to say of that, except maybe that they just simply did not think to put Gorora in there, or their portion of the story is just done at this point. If that really is the case, that actually does feel quite a bit disappointing. If there really is nothing for Garora at this point, because the way he went out like that, it just didn't feel like he really died there.
Trial start. Success.
But yeah, I'm still left with a whole bunch of questions here. And yeah, Rooks, it's possible it could just be arbitrary, but at the same time, if that Dark Falls had not had light as its weakness, that really would have been very telling of the situation here on the planet. Or, well, whatever this thing is, whether it be a planet with an engine built into it or a world ship.
Trial start.
Aside from all that, I was glad that I did find some safe spots in there for Melee to kind of stand, and actually even ranged and Force could stand there. Whenever they're sending out the orbs, just stand to the side, and then if they're sweeping both their arms at you, you can actually go inside those arms to a safe spot there. It's still going to take me a little time to figure out that second phase. That was interesting, the way he was flopping around like that. Can't say I remember a Falz fight ever going quite like that before. I mean, there was a little bit of that in Dolk Facus too, but they weren't just, like, constantly flopping around on the platform. They were eventually going back into the sky. But overall, I would say that was a very good fight. Just from the surprise that kind of kept coming, seeing the HP bar refill like that. Once again, that makes me very excited for the possibility of maybe bosses in the future having maybe even 4 or 5 health bars before they finally get taken down. Disappointed that we still were able to get resources inside of there. I would have expected Doll's Falls to have not allowed that to happen.
Finish them off.
At least not until, I guess, we kind of broke the shell of the area. But who knows? Maybe Sega will put out a hard mode of that fight eventually. Oh, we got one of these up.
Target eliminated. Nice.
Success.
But yeah, I would at least say probably a strong 7, if not maybe an 8 from that fight, out of a scale of 10. Definitely not the best boss fight I've ever fought. But one of the things I'm going to be doing is taking a closer look at the lyrics for that second phase now. Or, I guess, is that the third phase, really? Because first phase was blue phase, second phase was red phase, and then third phase was when the song kicked in.
Trial start.
But it sounded like, at least in a couple of the lyrics I was hearing, something like as the meteor we were borrowing something. Let's see something real quick here. Trying to see if anybody has put out the lyrics as I'm fighting here.
Success.
Yeah, here we go. So some lyrics such as, "Are you siding with me? I don't remember how I fell," or maybe
Success.
failed.
PSE burst.
Can only see halfway through the dark. Now that might be a reference into the true nature of Halpha, which I've already discussed in the last Secrets of New Genesis video. And that there is a void that we're trying to cover. Yeah, I really don't know what all that necessarily means at this point. But possibly in time, they might reveal themselves in terms of what they actually mean.
PSE Climax.
Alright, looks like we got a Boojin here. Lock on. I wanted to hit it with a technique first. Also, when did my, Yeah, no, I should not be using, push and hold there. Nice, the Boojin is frozen. Alright, let's keep going. We got a storm. And a storm always means 4 PSE bars. There's a trial.
Trial start.
I'll just sight this down.
PSE burst.
And there's the next burst.
Success. PSE climax.
I'll never say no to a golden enemy. Ah, another Bujin. Alright, let's try this again. There we go, that did some damage. And that takes care of that Bujin. Alright, with that, let's go ahead and make our way back over to Central City. And I'm just gonna grab a quiet spot over here. Alright, so, yeah, like I said, this was, I was not expecting this to be a long one here. Really, this was just for Dark Falls, and then, also to show off, Rank 3, Vanford. Next week, we're getting Resolve Forest Rank 3, but I don't think I'll be doing a stream of that, because we're probably going to have, plenty of opportunity for something like that, when the next seasonal event comes around, which, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be happening in March. Unless they're changing things up. I know they were going to do at least a couple of things in March for New Genesis, aside from what we've been getting in the past. Let me just double check that real quick here. Let's see. See where they put the roadmap. There it is. Yeah, so there's going to be a spring event, and then there's going to be a new urgent quest for the spring event, so that should be fun. And they're also implementing urgent quest triggers for that as well, so that'll be something interesting to look forward to. This is the first time we're getting an actual urgent quest as part of a seasonal event. And then, of course, in April, then we got the level cap raising to 45, and then at that point, we're going to be back in Retem, where then we're going to start to get those rank 3 sectors. So yeah, we should have an opportunity to check out Resolve rank 3 at some point in the future. In the meantime, that's pretty much it today. I don't think there was anything else. Let me just double check that. Yeah, we have the new Central release, and then yeah, Dark Falls came out, Vanford came out. I don't think we saw any of the new weapons series that came out, the Sinquim series. We did also get the new Diva of the Desert's Stargem Scratch edition, so that gave you some more items inside of there. And yeah, so also there's new augment capsules. You can unlock new weapon potentials, but of course that's going to be on the new weapon series. And new items have been added to the augment capsule product list under the exchange enhancement materials. Actually, we can take a quick look at that before we finish up here.
Welcome!
So these 4 were new as of last time. But where are the new ones they're talking about? Oh, that's right, it's the Irati Soul. So, Irati Soul 2 will give you plus 10 HP, 4 photon points, and potency plus 1.75%. And that comes from Dahl's Falz himself, so yeah, that's the new one that they added with this.
Come again!
Alright, so with that, that's gonna be it for this stream here. Like I said, it wasn't going to be a long one today, especially since we didn't have like a huge update with this, but it was still important I covered it, given that, you know, Dark Falls released today. It doesn't get bigger than that in terms of lore. So, but yeah, let me see, let's see. So, with all that said, for those of you on YouTube here, thank you for joining me today. This is PrinceBrightstar signing off. I'll catch you next time.